Hello, Irene Smith here, and today we are going to go over the river and through the woods to grandfather's house.
Hey, Mom. You, isn't it supposed to be to grandmother's house we go?
Oh, hey, Merc! To grandmother's house we go is the way we sing the song now. But originally, Lydia Marie Child, the woman who wrote the poem on which the song was based, said grandfather's house. She wrote the poem to celebrate going to her grandfather's house in Medford, Massachusetts. And here's another fun fact or two. The song was originally written to celebrate going to grandfather's house on Thanksgiving, not Christmas.
Oh, okay, but where's the other fact? What's the other fact?
The author of the words to Jingle Bells, James Lord Pierpont, was also from Medford, Massachusetts. Maybe we should go there for the holidays. What do you think?
Medford, Massachusetts for the holidays? I've never heard of Medford, Massachusetts. I keep thinking about how this where we lived the Mandela effect all this time.
There you go.
Uh, and you know what? If I want to go anywhere, I want to go to Matthew's brother's house because I never get to go. You'll never take me.
Well, that's for safety's sake, Coco.
Safety's sake.
Yeah. You know,
Safety? Why?
well, they have a dog that would love to use you as a chew toy.
But I'm a dog. We'd be best friends.
Mm.
I've beaten Jerry, the evil Necronomicon. I saved my friends. Also,
That is
wait a
true.
minute. Wait! I gotta help Matthew finish your Urban Cowboy review. It comes out on Friday.
Oh.
I better make sure he's done. Matthew!
Oh, Coco. I mean, Merc, are you okay?
Wait, did I hear Coco? Am I going crazy?
No,
I
no,
thought-
you're not. I
I
called
thought
you
that was your
Coco.
dog. I thought you had a dog named Coco.
Well, I do,
That's it.
but
That's what
I
it
named
was.
him Coco because of you
Oh.
and the fact that you're in Matt's videos.
Wait, is my name Coco?
Yeah,
I gotta ask Matthew.
both, isn't it?
Yeah, right. That bump in the head really hurt.
I can imagine.
Oh,
Aw, poor baby.
I keep forgetting I can't face through walls and doors. I can't snap my fingers, so.
Okay. Well, now that we're alone, settle in. It's story time. Thanksgiving brings back a lot of happy memories for me. When I was a little girl, we used to go through the wood and over the river from where we lived in Port Jervis to the Bronx, where my father's family lived. We crossed the Tappan Zee Bridge. It's called the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge now. And then went to the Bronx. We would usually go to my grandmother's house on Morgan Avenue and then to her sister Pauline's apartment. I can't remember her address anymore, sorry. But I do remember that it was the first time I ever visited someone who lived in a tall apartment building. I also don't remember an elevator. I have distinct memories of climbing the stairs. Aunt Pauline and her daughter Anne Marie lived in a one-bedroom apartment. My great-grandmother lived there too, which kind of makes me wonder. I don't know why I didn't question this before, but did she sleep on the couch? Was there a cot in the bedroom? Not sure. One thing of which I am certain, however, is the mass quantities of food that were served at those Thanksgiving celebrations. When we arrived, there was a long folding table set up in the living room, and the house was filled with the fragrance of roasting turkey. The table was set for 10 or 11 people, and there was always a huge platter of antipasti in the middle of the table. Dad's brother Tom would usually come over as well, with his wife and 2 children, my cousins Leah and Tommy. We would watch the Thanksgiving Day parade, and then the 3 of us kids would play while Dad and Uncle Tom watched football. Mom usually watched football with them, but I don't remember what Aunt Anne did. Isn't that funny? While my great grandmother was still alive, my father and his family spoke Italian at least some of the time because great grandma didn't speak. She spoke English, but was far more comfortable speaking Italian, Sicilian, actually. After the antipasti, there would be what else? Pasta. It's no wonder I'm addicted to it. This was followed by the roasted turkey with sausage stuffing and gravy, mashed potatoes, vegetables, and Italian bread with sweet butter. Yes, I even remember the unsalted butter. With dinner, there was always wine, even for the kids. Well, not exactly. The kids were given 7 Up with just enough wine in it to make it a very pale pink. As we got older, there was less soda and more wine. I know what you're thinking. What parents would give wine to their children? I wouldn't have given wine to my son when he was little, but times change and we learn, right? Anyway, dinner was followed by pastries, fruit, and cheese, accompanied by demi-tasse, and that was a big deal. There was a special pot and a special cup to measure the water with, and a special spoon to measure the espresso into the pot with. Somewhere along the line, please don't ask me where, the coffee was sweetened and then poured into tiny cups, and on each saucer, a twist of lemon. By this time, we were full to bursting. We'd be sitting back in our chairs, half asleep, and I'd be listening to the grown up conversations when my great grandmother would stand up and say, "Who wants sandwiches?" Believe me, we always went home with leftovers. My great grandmother came to visit Port Jervis one time in the mid 60s. She said it reminded her of Sicily. The mountains, the trees, the river, I guess. Anyway, while she was visiting, Dad took a 4-generation photograph. Here it is. This is my great grandmother, my mother, and me. I was about 6 at the time. So now it's time to go over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house. This property is called In the Woods, so it seemed the perfect property for Malzy and me to do our special Thanksgiving builds. There are 2 small homes on this lot. I was going to build more, but didn't want to overburden the game. The first house we're going to look at is one that I built with the Jantart family in mind. Let's start our tour there. The first floor of this house is intentionally simple. We have a kitchen area on one side, and the other is the living room. And this is the count set, by the way. And I actually used it with the default values. We got a mixer here. We've got sugar, coffee, and tea canisters, some utensils for cooking, some pots. And over here, coffee is a hug in a mug. This was, sorry for that sudden flailing of the camera. This picture was sent to me by my friend Malzy. So, after all, because she and I both love coffee, so I set it up with a Keurig and coffee pods and some coffee in cups. We have a dining room area over here with a special dessert on the table. We've got a fireplace. And the interesting thing about this fireplace is the fact that uh, it's actually installed on the side of the stairs. This is one of those flights of stairs that you can paint. And yeah, it's installed on the side of the stairs. And in here is the bathroom. We have a nice shower. We have the sink and a really great view out the back, some storage. And I think, no, I was sure that I had put, oh well, a place to put supplies when you have them. I'm really almost sorry to sell the place because I really like it. Uh, Put a bookcase here at the bottom of the stairs, filled it up with books, a few statues for decoration, and now we've got the upstairs. And upstairs, this is not, I'm not sure exactly where this photo was taken. I got it from the workshop, I believe. Um, and to the left here at the top of the stairs, we've got a balcony. Place to sit, relax on a Sunday morning. And a fantastic view. I kind of like the little detail of the heart cutouts on the backs of the chairs. I imagine this place is in a warmer climate than I live in, so no snow on Thanksgiving. Not that we have any predicted this year, I don't think. Anyway, across the hall we have the bedroom. So let's go there and take a look. I love these doors. Okay, this is the bedroom. And as I say, I had the Gentart family in mind. So there's a crib for the baby, a nice rocking chair to sit and rock the baby when it's being fussy. I don't remember if they had a boy or a girl. And the only reason everything on the crib is blue is because the walls are blue and so on and so forth. We've got these nice lamps, another fireplace, and a nice big television. I was going to put a couch here, but it actually made the room look crowded, so I didn't do it. They can lay in bed and watch TV. And over here, there's a place to store all their clothing and a place to sit down. So, as I said, I purposely kept this house simple. Oh, and by the way, if you like the walls, that is a gradient wallpaper, and I like the way it came out. Let's go downstairs and let's finish our journey through the woods to grandfather's house. He lives, oh, notice the koi pond, and any guesses what kind of garden this is going to be? I'm getting a little boring with that. You know, I read something in the wiki for House Flipper that an English garden is actually the hardest to get full stars on. And I find it harder to get full stars on the modern garden, but that's just me. Another fountain. We've got a well in front of grandfather's house. It's got a mailbox. And let's go inside. Broom and a dustpan. A few decorations here and there, some jam. I imagine this house as belonging to grandfather, and he lives in it, unfortunately, alone because grandmother has is no longer with us. So we've got. I love the way this fireplace came out. What I did was to build around it and use, again, like I did in the house with the sea view, I used the little platforms. Now he's got a pot staying warm in front of the fire and some books over here. And these are listed, in, those little lamps are listed in the workshop as fairy lamps. And I just thought that they were very pretty. Plant pictures. I like this abstract, semi abstract. I mean, it's birds over the trees, but very abstracted, whatever you want to say. I like the. I don't normally use this light, although I've used it a couple times lately. And this whole kitchen setup came from the workshop also. And unfortunately, though, the game doesn't know what to call this room because I don't know, doesn't recognize the couch as being living room like. I don't know. That's the refrigerator. And that is a Marv refrigerator. And through here is Grandpa's bedroom. I gave Grandpa one of those beds with the bookshelf header. And there are curtains on the wall, but I really don't like these curtains as much as I liked them when the game was first released, when I was first playing it, because they used to be solid curtains, and now they're not much. They're just sheer, which is okay, but sometimes you'd like to have that same thing and have it be a solid color. Um, and because I was thinking of my grandmother Hedwig, there's a snitch, as in from Harry Potter. Okay, this is the bathroom. He actually has a slightly more elaborate bathroom because he has a tub, toilet, and a washer and dryer, which I assume the Jantarts, if they live up the road, will come and visit Grandpa to do their laundry. So, I love that painting, the photo painting, whatever, of the waterfall in three parts. I really like the way that looks. And I'm sorry, I keep. And you can see, this is what I was saying about I didn't want to overburden the game because it makes the camera do weird things. More books over here. A place to sit down, take off your shoes when you come home. All in all, I think it's a really nice home. And now we're going to get to the fun part. Now, the only rule that we had in our builds was that we would, let's get rid of that, we don't need it, that we would decorate for Thanksgiving. And so far, you haven't seen much Thanksgiving, have you? Well, let's go take a look. I imagine this as a small town, and as I said, I was going to build more houses, but I didn't want to kill the memory, and which is amazing because I have quite a bit of memory. Anyway, over here we have a little pavilion where some musicians could perform. We have a jerky camera. We have a feast set out for Thanksgiving. Vegetable stall, place where you can get dessert. We've got some cake and some candy canes and another kind of cake and chocolate cake, and wow. Uh, a cheesecake hiding back there, Malzy. We've got a roast chicken and a turkey. Who knows? And some covered dishes and another cheesecake and a slice of cheesecake and some wings and celery. Over here on the table, we're pushing the season just a little bit with Santa Claus plates, but it looks nice. Over here, we've got a place, the local inn set up. Welcome to the Dragon Inn. And we've got some beer and some other alcoholic beverages. Got a flower cart. This is where we can cook, um, warm things up, whatever we have to do. And let's go in here. Back here, we've got sodas and bottles of liquor and some beer and some more soda and a few more different bottles. Up here, there is some Chivas Regal. Don't remember what that is. We'll have to go around the front and look. Some limoncello, which is Italian. We've got some vodka, some, I don't know. It's funny. I like to have a drink once in a while, but I'm not an expert on brands and things. So over here, as I said, we had the flower cart. We've got several little areas where you can go and sit and relax. We've got a pond here. We've got another one over here with some rocks and flowers. And on the other side of the common area in the middle, we've got a gazebo with a table and another little bench that can be sat on. What else would you do with a bench, right? And then over here, there is a little pergola. So, as I said, I almost hate to sell it. It really came out nicely. Oh, and by the way, thanks again to Malzy for the bunny enclosure suggestion. It looks really good on this house. So, that's pretty much it. I am going to enter it in the garden competition. And we got full points. In fact, it says that's a new record. I don't know. It never seems to remember the old record, so what difference? Anyway, so I get a 50% increase in the house. And I think I want to take one last walk through the place before I sell it. I knew I would end up forgetting to show you something along the way. One thing in particular is, as I said before, this kitchen island and the kitchen appliances over here and cabinets came from the workshop, which is nice, but actually that's interesting. I didn't notice that is a microwave there. And I actually added another microwave up here. And I didn't mention the pot of potatoes simmering on the stove. The mixer, I don't know if I mentioned Grandpa's mixer. And he's got a big bowl to put the mashed potatoes in, and I don't know what he's going to put on that platter. And I guess I pretty much covered everything in this bedroom. I always felt like this wallpaper looked like it was fabric hung on the walls and was crinkled. or something. It's actually a stripe behind the flowers, but that that's the way it is. And of course, he's got candles in his bedroom. He's got um, the overhead light as well. And we still have the problem with selecting lights once the roof is on the house. Um, I like the bathroom, the way it came out. I love this little, this came from the workshop. Bathtub is a freestanding bathtub. The toilet paper holder came from the workshop. And he's got, unlike the young family, he's got soap um, and toothbrushes and so on. So, oh yes, I knew I did that somewhere. I did it here. He's got extra rolls of toilet paper and detergent and fabric softener for the washer. So I made sure to put plenty of flowers throughout. Not quite as many as I thought I did. I think back on it, but it looks good. We've got some wood here for the fire. That's all I've missed about here. There are flowers in the front. Not really much in the back. In fact, we run almost right up to um, the bathroom goes almost up to the fence, and looks kind of nice from here. There would be room over here for another house, and I may do that someday. Um, Build a couple more small cabins on this property. Um, I like the pathways. I think I covered everything out here. All the yummy desserts and the other food. This vegetable cart came from the workshop, as did this. I think it was supposed to be like, wow, I can select the bottle right through the. Whoa, I've got x ray vision. Um, anyway, this came from the workshop, and so did the grill, the sign I made. I think I covered everything in this house. I know it feels like I'm being repetitive. Plants, uh, but I just don't want to miss getting everything on video because shower, windows. I think if I actually were going to live in this house, I would put Venetian blinds on those windows uh, because I don't know. Seems like you'd not want people looking through the window into your bathroom. But up here, because it's high, and actually it's the only two-story building in this area, it doesn't matter so much, I guess. We've got, yeah, I think I covered it all. All right, well, let's go outside and sell the place. I know, I feel like I don't want, oh, I didn't even mention these. Okay, well, let us sell. See what we can get for it. As you know, we already did we know we're getting 50% increase. I don't think it could get any better than that. So let's put it on auction. Let's see, what did I spend? Your current budget, oh, that's my budget. I bought the house for 61,000. Um, 10 rooms? 10? That's weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only can think of 6 unless outdoors counts as a room and the balcony counts as a room. Don't know. So let's see who's going to buy it. We know the Jantarts are probably going to buy it. I spent $91,000 building. I bought $33,000 worth of furniture. I sold $8,500 worth. Wow. You've got to be joking. I'm actually making less than I got for the garden competition. I would have thought that this place would be. Well, okay, at least I made more than. Now it says I'm making 359,000. That's weird. The house sold for 350,000. I negotiated an additional 7,300. That would be like. Okay, I will take it. Oh, and it's the Smoth family, not the Jantarts. And I kept saying Jantart all the way through. The Jantart family is the older couple. The Smoths are the ones that have the new baby. Um, I didn't make a family room, so, well, too bad. You bought it. I'm sorry. I and remember to subscribe to my channel, like my video, share it with your friends, and tell me in the comments, do you have special Thanksgiving memories? What do you remember about your childhood Thanksgivings? What do you remember about your adult Thanksgivings? I want to hear about it. I told you